All right, so thank you for allowing Global Water to participate in Converge 2021. There are a lot of great ideas being presented today. I can't wait to hear about all of them. Let me plug our plant manager, or our account manager, Joe Pillamai. We talk to Joe quite often and are always discussing what everyone is doing in CityWorks. He is a great source of information. Occasionally, he likes an idea we have here and asks more about it. So here we are. I'd encourage everyone to have frequent conversations with your account manager to stay up to date and maybe have a chance to present something that's working at your place that we all could use. Global Water is privileged to be kicking off Converge 21. It's kind of like a warm-up band for all these great ideas to follow, so I'll try to not sing off key. So a little bit about Global Water. The greater Phoenix and Tucson areas of Arizona are growing fairly rapidly, despite having drought contingencies placed along the Colorado River. Global Water provides potable water through several local groundwater wells, water distribution centers, water treatment where necessary to 60,000 customers. Global Water also owns and operates wastewater treatment facilities that produce recycled water for irrigation use as we explore other beneficial solutions. Again, I'd be happy if everyone in the company used CityWorks, but the majority of interaction is with the operations group. Indirectly, engineering, accounting, and compliance do obtain reports from CityWorks on a regular basis. We've been using CityWorks here since 2005 and are getting better at utilizing it. There we go. All right, it's advancing now. Okay, data management and access. The situation we were and are trying to solve is to help our field techs easily sift through enormous amounts of data and documents they need on a daily basis. The information comes from many sources, including CityWorks, but we needed a way to draw all the information together into one easy to navigate place. We wanted to make sure that the field techs are receiving the latest, most recent updates to the material, like active work orders and inspections. On continuous improvement projects, we needed a way to provide drone images of progress without a lot of clutter. As asset records are updated, we wanted our field techs to have that information at the ready as well, and on their smartphones. So I noticed in our poll, most are Apple, and there are some Androids. Those are our exclusive platforms with most of our field techs using the Apple or iOS products. So the solution, we decided to incorporate QR codes. They work well with most smartphones. The QR code for us is site-specific and is located inside the gate out of the weather. The QR code takes the field tech to a site landing page where they can choose from, that one didn't come up, there we go. Okay, where they can choose from choose for information related to that site. We pilot new information forms and round sheets here before we generate them in CityWorks for easy development implementation. They can pull up as-builts, O&Ms, active work orders and inspections, and a variety of other pertinent information. All right, on the business process, because not everything they need in CityWorks is in CityWorks, the landing pages augment CityWorks information with drawings, images, notes in MS Teams, and dynamic spreadsheets found on our network drives. Many of our sites are 90 minutes or more from base camp, so we wanted to provide additional information to them as they did their assigned work. When complete, they can now look at all the active work orders and inspections at the site and have the opportunity to work on any of them they are qualified for. This helps reduce work order backlog without an extra lengthy trip. We are continually expanding and improving our site, so having access to the latest progress reports and drone images makes it easier and safer to do the work assigned. We also experienced situations where a pump was changed out, but the field hard copy drawings weren't yet up to date with nameplate data and settings. This type of asset data is updated back at the office and flows directly to the landing page in real time. So here's how it works. The field tech scans the QR code with their smartphone camera and up comes a specific site page. They can select what type of information they need very easily. Data from CityWorks, MS Teams, network drives, and drone JPEGs are all available from this one site. I do want to note that the barcode reader in CityWorks Mobile works a little differently and isn't yet compatible with this particular type of navigation. So on the people side, our GM challenged us to push out the data we've been acquiring as accurately and quickly as possible. We are field tech centered, as I'm sure many of you are. The QR code and landing page approach quickly sifts the information available to the most relative data. By having all the relative data, techs can review additional work and complete those items in the same trip. Work planning and scheduling in CityWorks Mobile is specific to an individual, so the landing page augment this information with not only additional work needed at the site, but also as-built O&Ms referenced in the assigned work. We are constantly improving and adding inspections and work order tasks too. Before creating them in CityWorks, we'll often test them out in MS Forms to get the wording, sequencing, and interaction correct. So this becomes a platform for that testing, that piloting. We make developing them in CityWorks much easier and user-friendly. So some of the benefits. The QR code and landing page gives the field techs a quick point of access to relative field data. We are reducing our travel time by allowing field techs to accomplish work not necessarily assigned to them initially. Inspections are implemented quickly with few, if any, revisions. And we opted on one QR code per site rather than one for each asset, as many people do, because we felt that the asset list could be updated remotely, but also displayed and managed locally. So we can change them out in the back office. All right, some of the lessons learned. There are a lot of label materials available. Some require special printers and printing companies. I'd recommend starting with paper or laminated ones to begin with and replace them if the conditions are too harsh for them. Landing pages are easy to update and navigate. They are just fancy hyperlinks that make it easy to use in the field. The landing pages don't have to be accessed exclusively through QR codes either. They can be bookmarked and open on desktops and laptops as well. And because of this, we are using different color backgrounds, so similar pages and are differentiated from each other. A little more advice, be careful to where you place the QR code. There have been instances where hackers have printed their own QR codes and superimposed theirs on other organizations. This hasn't happened to us, but we're kind of cautious about it. That QR code they put on, the false one, can take a tech or a user to a fake site and extract personal data. So just be careful about that. And the labels do fade. Keep in mind this when selecting a way or a place to put them. And make sure all the phones used out in the field read QR codes, phones or other smart devices. Don't assume that all do or will. And we keep all of our security settings in place, so the field techs need to be logged into CityWorks, network drives, etc. prior to using the QR codes and the landing pages. Well, what's next? Well, this project actually started out as a means to update our backflow inspection database. We were working on workflows to have a third-party inspector submit their forms online and automatically update our records without having forms be mailed or emailed and then manually processed. The form will be pulled up when the inspector scans a QR code associated with a specific backflow. We're also looking at affixing our QR codes to spare parts for tracking and continuity. Even the truck boxes will have QR codes as they become mobile storerooms. We also plan on putting QR codes on our expensive tools to ease the checkout process. Well, we hope you've had as much fun you'll have as much fun and benefit from your Scan and Solve project as we have had here at Global Water. It is a work in process and may not look or operate the same way it does now in just a matter of months, but we'll scan the horizon for issues and work to solve them with ideas from you and solutions from CityWorks. On behalf of all of us here at Global Water Resources, thank you for tuning in.